Hey everybody, we're back. Listen, I've got an old rough out here. It's my hound dog rough out right here. Here's a picture. And what I did is somebody in one of my classes broke the tail off of one, and also on this one here also. But on the one that the first one, I changed the dog to a human. So that's the human character I put on my hunting dog, and that's what I'm going to try for us to do here. So we're going to get right in here. I went in and did a little bit of work in here, but I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and get in and do some more work in here. I'm going to take, let's see, a soft V and come around here and outline this hat. And before I forget it, I'm going to put my glove on now. It's always nice to have that glove on. But I did a little work on this rascal. Right in here, I started cutting this ear off in here and start to get the hat shaped a little bit. You want to come up under here. Now on this piece, I'll do some work off camera, and then but I just wanted to show you how you can change it up a little bit. Okay, we got that in there like that. I've drawn a line right in here to lower the hat brim like I did over here. That's what I'm fixing to do on this side here. So I'm going to reach in here and get me a big old number 11 gouge right here and come in and start lowering that hat brim. Now, you don't have to have a big old number 11 like this. I like it because it removes a lot of wood for me. And I use it quite a bit. Now, you could go in with a number 9, 10 millimeter and do this. I think the first one I ever did, I did with a number 9. And this is a Drake number 11. It's at least, I know it's an inch, probably an inch and a quarter. But it's a good hogging tool. It hogs quite a bit of wood off. But I'm going to do this and get that shaped. Yeah, now like that, I can come down just a little bit more on this. Like that. Now I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to come right across here and start trimming all them old duplicator marks off. With my knife. Like that there. And while I'm at it, let's take an upsweep knife and start coming in here and pulling this crown of this hat up a little bit. Like that right there. Now, right along here, I'm going to take me a true V. Let me put that tool up and get my V tool right in here. This is about a 10 millimeter V. And I can come in and really set in where I want that bottom of that hat brim to be. Now, there'll be a lot of wood removal in here. And I'll go in with some gouges and a knife and that kind of thing. All right, now let's put that down and get a flat gouge. Let's see, that's a number 2. And I'm going to take this number 2 and flatten this hat brim right in here. And just kind of roll that gouge in there like that. Flatten it out like that. And I told you on the finished piece here, what I did, it wasn't, I got one in that had a big piece out of the hat, so that's why I did that. But this one here, somebody had broken the tail off, and I already started carving. I mean, they carved on it a little bit, and see, and then they were going to carve that down and glue them a tail in, and I told them just to go get another rough out. Let's take this gouge and kind of work up underneath the crown of this hat right here. We want that little bend in the hat. Now let's turn it down and take that number 2 and work this in a little bit more. Now, I'm going to start taking this ear out in here, and I'm going to come here right in here at the shoulder and start with me a knife and start removing wood. Thinking kind of round. You want to get that old ear off of there. And you got to be careful. That's my light went out on that one. Can you still see all right, Pete?
Yep.
I knew that one was going to go out on me. If not, we'll just stop taping and charge our... But I'm bringing this in here a little bit. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and drop this old nose out right in here. And on this, you got to be careful not to break off the brim of that hat. I'm going to pull this down as much as possible. But I'll get some work done on it off camera, and then we'll work from it. Let's see how that we're getting that the profile of where the nose will be, right in there. All right, let's see. Let's bring this chin down some more. I got a little mustache on this guy. And he's coming along pretty good. Right in here, I'm going to be careful and come in here and start tucking this back of this head in. This is important right in here. Right in here is where I'm talking about. Can you see that all right in there, Peyton?
Yep.
All right, I mean, because of that light being out, I was really getting low on that light. Let's pull this forehead back a little bit more. But we don't want to go too much further than that right in there. Let's bring this chin on down a little bit more. And I just, I wouldn't have done this if they weren't something wrong with them. Because this little hunting dog that I have, he's a good popular rough out for me. But when you get in there and you can't, all right, I've got to see, I'm getting that head around it. So, but I'm going to come up under here and start me a neck. So I'm going to take, let's see, I'm going to reach right in here and start with this little gouge here. And I'm going to start working me a little neck somewhat. How we doing on time right there, Peyton, so far?
We've got about 13 minutes.
Okay, good. But I'm rounding right back here, and he's got a pretty good little neck on him. You can see that he got on an old Civil War jacket with a Civil War collar like that, black. But that's what I'm working on right now, trying to get that down. And this is one of the little a flex cut thumbnail gouge, and I got it good and sharp. So I'm starting right back in here. Can you see that wrist right in there, how I'm making that hair tuck in like that? Now let's come up under here, and we want to really gouge this out to start developing our neck. And let's take, while we're in there, let's take a knife now and remove this little pencil line. It was beginning to bother me. And let's kind of tuck this in. Back of the hair, or head rather, in somewhat. So you got to remember, you know, there's always a lot of wood in these carvings, and if you get in there and you can redo and refashion and like I said, this was a little caricature dog, but I've already got the face coming along in there. Let's see here. Let's take this knife here. And this is the upsweep knife I have here. And they're good to get right up under there and kind of sweep. That's why you got to call upsweeps. Like that. That's probably still, that's too, let's come down a little bit more like this. And raise this. And put us a center line. I have one right here. This kind of helps us keep the face straight. Can you see that all right there, Peyton? All right. I'm getting this to a wedge. I know you've seen me do this quite a bit, but you always want to bring the face to a wedge like that. That's a little... All right, let's use this little number 11 gouge and bring this neck in just a little bit more. We're still good on time right now, Peyton.
You're about 9 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's good. And see, we can bring this neck right down to this shoulder. And then the shoulder in the back comes across like that right there. Let's see here what it looks like. Let's put it up there in the light. Can you see that, Peyton?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's work on the neck a little bit more. Okay, now let's see here. Let's go in, and right in here I want to clean this bottom of this hat brim up somewhat. Now, if you hadn't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that button there, or that bell, or whatever it is. But that way we know people are watching our videos. And I'm fixing to head out, and in about a week and a half I'm going to be out in Utah at the Rocky Mountain Roundup out there. We're looking forward to that. I was out there last year and had a great time. Okay, we got that coming in. Let's lower these shoulders a little bit. Yeah, that's the way it's looking pretty good. I'm going to round that, take this. What I'm trying to do is really get this head blocked in. All right, let's see here. All right, let's compare here. It could be, this could come down just a little bit, but what I want to do now is I'm going to come in right in here where this hairline will be, like this. Something of that nature. I think that's going to come over a little bit further. I want to get that in like that. Now, let's go right here. And I'll work the back of that little butt end of that gun. And pull his shoulder up. Right over here. All right, we got that. Let's see here. I'm going to pull this in just a little bit more. All right, let's see what we got going here. Yeah, I'm going to put in, how are we on time right now, Peyton?
Got about 4 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to take me a V-tool, 1/4 inch, and come in here and put this little hairline and where the ear will be. And I may have to redo a little bit like that. And I'm going to do it on this side here. Like that. Now, I've got that in. I'm going to take a knife and go in and recess that a little bit. Like right here. And make that hairline stick out just a little bit more. And right in here where that chin is. Pull that in a little bit. Like that right there. Yeah, let's remove our pencil line there. Pencil lines are good, but sometimes they can kind of throw you off. So use it, cut it, then get off the excess. All right, now let's do this side. And come in with my knife tip. And work this neck a little bit. Let's see, that's all right. Right across here, I'm going to take my knife tip. And we're just about done on this blocking of this head. I'm going to undercut that with my knife to create me a shadow. Oh, and I did, I want to show you, that's the carving, how you get the face started on that. See, I took the ears off, started the neck. Then it's just putting that human body in. Now I'm going to set this down here, and I'm going to show you. I did this one here, and here's the little dog. Here's a dog that I did my Civil War guard dog. Well, on this one, the hat brim had totally broke off, so I cut the base off it, and I put a round base on it. But there's a lot of things you can do with them. He's got 2 snarls, teeth there. But you can do that, and then I got the little human I did on that. So, guys, with that, I hope you follow along with us, and I hope you enjoy the videos. So, with that, we'll see you on the next video. See you later. Bye.